Okay, I'm gonna show you how to tie a worm, basically a bait holder on a hook. This is a 3/0 Superline worm bend Gamakatsu. It's one of my favorite flipping hooks, and I've been using like pieces of steel for years. Bending them like spinnerbait wire, other kinds of wire, all kinds of stuff. But I've been using this lately. And this is just a brush guard that you can get anywhere. You can old jig and cut it off. You can do about 30 hooks or so with one brush guard, depending if you're doubling them or not. All you do is tear pieces off, and crimp. The first thing I do is I take my hooks. I'm gonna tie a worm holder on. Take a pair of pliers and crimp that barb down. Make sure that it's not sticking up. The reason that is you're tying and you have those barbs on there. It'll cut your thread or your braid. So now I got a piece of brush guard, and I'll cut these in sections. Okay, it's actually easier if you're gonna double this stuff to bend it while it's on strand form and before you cut it off. So I like to take it and just kind of kink it, just like the knot. Take it, bend it. I like to take a pair of pliers and I like to crimp it like so. Be careful when you cut this stuff, it does fly off. I'll show you, watch. Now you see it, now you don't. So you take it, now you got your two pieces like so. It's rather easy once you do. I've done a few hundred of them just in the last few days, so it's. And when I put it on there, crimp it together, do a couple wraps, pull tight. So I'm using real light braid, 5 or 10 pound braid, sunline braid, of course. I just put it on a spindle. These do help to buy these. It's something you could should have. You can tie just about anything with it, hair jigs, jigs. The most important thing with this is make sure you pull it so it kind of moves a little bit. You want to snug it down pretty tight. I like the braid because I pull really hard. You can see I'm already putting a bend on this side. So wrap around. You might have to push it over a little bit once in a while, like so. So I mean, you basically could just call it done there, but I like to go up, around, back to the top. I don't like them to move. And what I'll do is I'll usually pull this piece up. I'll show you, like so. Take it. I just do a simple knot. Like so. Cut that off. Pretty much done. I'll show you. They have an incredible way of holding your bait on. It's the best way I've figured out so far. I've been doing that for about 10 years, but I've never used a brush guard until this year, and that brush guard's awesome. One more thing, I tie a simple knot. You can tie a complex knot, and it'll probably hold fine, but take your knot and take super glue, and just touch that knot. Just get a dab on there. And I used one hook for the whole classic, and it never moves. So that's how I've been fishing a lot of my hooks. And you can do it to a lot of hooks. There's a lot of hooks that are out there that don't hold baits good. That if you do that too, even the shaky heads and stuff, you can make them hold. You have to pull the head of the worm off to get it off that way.